Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we have got lots of updates and even some from right on the cruise ship, so I'm really excited to have those today. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members. Thank you so much. And also welcome to all of you who are new. We're glad to have you with us. If there is anyone here who hasn't subscribed yet, we would love it if you would subscribe and join our Let's Go family. We have an amazing community here, as well as we all help each other stay up to date with everything to do with planning a cruise, going on a cruise, and being prepared for what you need to do these days to go on a cruise. So first of all, one of our Let's Go family members named Brian was so kind to send us a comment. He said that he is working on planning their Eastern Caribbean cruise, and they are going, I believe it's a 10-day, and they're heading down. They'll be going to St. Kitts, St. Thomas, Antigua, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Grand Turk. And he noticed that on the websites for those places, it talks about having like special documentation to submit and everything that goes along with that. And does every single person that gets off a cruise ship in these locations have to fill out the travel information form and do all of this other documentation? Everything that I have found, Brian, says that the cruise lines right now, the actual ship personnel are taking care of submitting what needs to be submitted for cruise passengers to be able to get off of the ship. So if anyone has cruised, and I know we've got lots of family members here who have cruised to these ports lately, will you let us know if indeed we do need to fill out forms for that port? Those ports in the Eastern Caribbean, like I've said, everything I can find says that the ship is taking care of submitting all of the documentation that is needed for cruise passengers. I do see that people flying in and coming otherwise do need to do extra paperwork, but it looks like cruise passengers don't. And so I thought that was kind of nice, but I wanted to let you know about that and everyone else here who maybe sees that. And then, like I said, I would love to hear from any of you. The next thing that I thought was kind of interesting that I wanted to let you know about is yesterday, February 4th, today is February 5th, Royal Caribbean had their first quarter, well, it was the end, kind of the fourth quarter earnings call, but they also look forward and see how things are looking for this year and what they are expecting. And I was really encouraged. It said that Royal Caribbean will have its full fleet, like all of the ships, back sailing this summer. And so right now it said we expect a net loss for the first half of 2022 due to the impact of Omicron and a return to profitability in the second half of the year. Now this is Jason Liberty, the president and CEO of Royal Caribbean, the new one there. As you know, he is new to that position there, but he had a lot of optimism. I listened to a chunk of that call, and I think that the future is indeed bright for Royal Caribbean as well as for the other major cruise lines here that sail out of the United States. They expect the demand to be very strong, both in the United States and in Europe for the summer season. And in the third quarter, they expect to get back to record demand again. Another really interesting thing from this call that I noted is another comment by Jason Liberty. He said, "We remain confident that we will have a strong spring and summer season with great demand for cruising both domestically and internationally. The robust secular trends of experiences over things has propelled our business in the past few years and is now recovering towards pre-COVID levels." And so I thought it was really interesting that he noted the trend of experiences over things. And that's kind of a trend I really can identify with. I would rather go on a cruise or travel to see family than go buy something. And it sounds like that's kind of a trend that is notable. It's happening enough that they're reporting on it. And I think that that is another really good sign for the demand for cruising, that even as families, they would rather go on a trip and have a fun time together rather than buy a bunch of toys for the kids, whether it's for Christmas or another time. And as our children were nearing growing up all the way, that kind of started to become a thing with their friends, and we did that a few times for Christmas. We went somewhere instead of giving them things that they didn't really need. I also like he says, we expect our load factors to continue to steadily increase month over month and approach historic levels in the third quarter, like I mentioned. And so I would say that if the future is that bright for Royal Caribbean, it is surely that bright for Norwegian, Princess, Carnival Corporation, and MSC as well, sailing out of the United States. I think that all of these ships are having strong demand, so I was really happy with that news. Now, the news that I have got that is from Onboard the ships is we have a report from the Ruby Princess and from the Enchanted Princess. And first of all, I would like to share what our Let's Go family member Sandy said. She is on the Enchanted Princess right now, and here's what she says. All the shows are available, but the theaters are full capacity with no social distancing and seating. Masks are required, but we weren't comfortable with a packed theater and are not attending the shows. There are no current quarantine passengers on the ship. If the staff are boarding from one of the islands, they are quarantined for 3 days and they have all received their boosters. In Grenada, they allowed shoppers to shop in port only and allowed only ship excursions. We are having a blast. Snorkeling, river tubing, and beaching so far. The staff is doing a wonderful job. They are concerned about the wooden furniture and the linens holding up with the constant chemicals in the sanitizing agents. We appreciate all they are doing for us. So it sounds like everything on the Enchanted Princess is just going splendidly. If you have got a cruise booked that's going to stop in Grenada, just remember what Sandy said, that on this cruise that they will be able to just get off and shop in port or go on ship excursions. And so keep that in mind. But it sounds like everything's going great in the Enchanted, and even all the shows are going, so that's great. Now, Madeline, I hope that's how you say her name, she was just on the Ruby Princess. She was on that first sailing on January 16th, I believe is the day it left, for Hawaii. So she is back home now, but she was really disappointed. So I'm just going to share with you her disappointment was not in like with the visit to Hawaii itself. She didn't say anything about that. She was just disappointed in the number of shows that were on the ship, and she said there was no nightlife. And so, like she said, they had a comedian and like a guy doing magic tricks, and they were not remarkable. And I would say that during the time that she was on that ship, it is the time when like when we were on our cruise, like we left on January 16th as well, and the production shows were not like they were before. They just weren't there. We had more individual shows, like the comedians and an individual singer, things like that. We had 2 production shows, but I'm guessing that a lot of the crew was affected by COVID, and so that's why they had what they had. But really, Madeline made a very valid point. She said, I paid an awful lot of money for a cruise that the onboard experience she felt wasn't that great. And so the reason that I'm sharing that with you is just a heads up that I think that things are still a little iffy right now. Like I said, she was on in the middle of January is when they left, but I think that we might just have a little bit of time left until everything is like completely recovered from Omicron. I am really happy to see that those numbers are on the decline again, and so hopefully it'll be behind us really soon. But I just felt like I wanted to share her experience because I felt bad that she spent so much money and then the onboard experience wasn't what she had hoped for. And so I just wanted to let you all know that, and I would really love to hear some of you who were on that cruise as well, and what you found that you liked, or just how that went. Thank you very much for anyone who submits updates to me from the ships. I would love to hear some more. Today is Saturday, and so hopefully we'll be hearing from a few more people as they disembark from their vacation, from their cruises, and let us know how it's going. The last thing that I wanted to let you know is we had a Let's Go family member ask where to get tested in San Francisco. And so I just went ahead and took a look, and I wanted to share this information with you because I know that there are a lot of cruises that depart from San Francisco. So first of all, I wanted to let you know, and I will put the link below, that you can get tested at the San Francisco airport. The San Francisco airport offers the rapid antigen tests for $69. And like I said, I will put the link. It's through a company called Onboard, and right there it tells you exactly where to go in the airport to get to the place where the testing is, and they will give you your results within 1 to 2 hours. And so that's an option. And the other thing, you know what, if you are going to go there, just kind of look at where you're going to stay, like what hotel, and look for a Walgreens or a CVS, something like that around where you're going to be. And then the other thought I had is, you know what, it works just perfectly to take one of those home tests with you that then you call in and they're monitored by the health care professional on the other end with the video call. Like, that just takes the guesswork out of it. You can take that with you, you can order it, have it sent to your house, and just take it along with you. And then when it's time to do that test to board the ship or whatever you need it for, then you've got it with you. So there are 3 options. You can go have it tested at the airport, bring your own test with you and just do it, because you can do that anywhere. You can do it anywhere that you have internet access. You can do it, so it's really easy. And then the other thing of trying to, you can go in advance on Walgreens and CVS's website and book tests. And I have also noticed that a lot of places have privately owned pharmacies that also have websites that you can go on. I should say independently owned is what I meant, pharmacies that, well, it is privately also, but anyway, you can go on and book your reservation with them as well. And so there are some options to think about for San Francisco. If any of you have any questions about any of, oh, the last thing I almost forgot to tell you. And you know what, I was really happy to hear Norwegian Cruise Lines has extended the date that you need to use your future cruise credits by to December 31st of 2022. For the longest time, they had put it out to January 31st of 2022, and we were then for particular sailings, they had other dates. But now for anyone that has a future cruise credit, it's December 31st of 2022. Thought that was awesome news. So if any of you have any questions or anything that you would like to share, would love to hear from you. Just put those in the comments below. If you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help us. So I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.